everyone, how's it going? It's Metal, and welcome back to the channel. So The Last of Us Part 2 releases next month, and I am beyond excited for that game to come out. So we're going to talk about the first game, so let's get right into it, guys. In The Last of Us, you take control of Joel, and the story revolves around Joel and Ellie, and you have to transport Ellie across the United States during this awful infected pandemic that is going on globally around the world, with a bunch of infected people turning on each other and going crazy. It comes to a point in the game where you eventually confront the Fireflies, these big tough enemies that are very dangerous and very deadly. And yeah, and that is pretty much the plot of the game. This game is incredible. I mean, it's one of my all-time favorites. It's definitely in my top 5 favorite PlayStation 3 games of all time. It's definitely one of the best games of the 7th generation for sure. Every single detail about this game, you know, when it comes to the gameplay, when it comes to the combat, the shooting, the aiming, the hand-to-hand combat, the melee combat is super fluid. The gunplay is super fluid. The story, the characters, the environment of the game is gorgeous looking. I mean, these are some of the best looking graphics I've ever seen in the game of this caliber. For a 2013 game that came out 7 years ago, still holds up incredibly well today. It is incredibly a well-crafted game. It's a very emotional game. It's a very sad game, and I love every single minute of it. It's like a huge roller coaster ride throughout the entirety of this journey. You know, you're experiencing all these emotions, and they feel so real. They feel like real people that you can really be attached to and really care about and just feel this sympathy for. Like every single time something bad happens to these characters, it's so heartwarming. And this is a very terrifying game too. It's a very scary game, you know, with these clickers and the bloaters and the regular infected runners. You know, they're all done incredibly well, I think. It's a game that I almost have no issues with at all. It's a phenomenal game, very intriguing story. I think it really did hit me the first time I played it, especially the beginning of the game, which I will not spoil for you guys if you haven't played it for yourselves, and I suggest doing so before playing Part 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm beyond excited for Part 2. It's unreal. I mean, like, this game it was one of my most anticipated games of this year for sure. I mean, I am highly looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2. That's gonna be a phenomenal game, I hope. And Naughty Dog hasn't done me any wrong, so I love Naughty Dog. They did just a terrific job with this game. I mean, Naughty Dog, everyone involved at Naughty Dog, they did a beyond tremendous job with this game. It's incredible. I love every minute of it. There's always something new that I can pick up on every time I play this game.
Okay, now there was 2 things that I actually left out of the review. 2 of them, in fact. One of them is Tess. Amazing character, such a badass. I love Tess. I kind of wish that she was in the game a little bit longer because she was a great character to introduce in this game. Love Tess. She's kind of hot. You know, she was overall a really interesting character, and I kind of wish she had a little bit more screen time, and you probably could have had a chance to actually play as Tess. That would have been really interesting. I would have loved to play as Tess. In fact, there's actually a mod that someone put out on YouTube of you, the player, playing as Tess. Yeah, pretty much in one of the sequences and one of the cutscene parts of the game, that would have been actually really cool to actually do that, you know, in the actual game. Yeah, that would have been pretty sweet. And also the Easter eggs I actually really enjoyed as well. There's actually one Easter egg in particular that it really did caught my eye, and this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler here, but that Jack and Daxter Easter egg that you found in one of those rooms, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, that was really cool actually. So yeah, anyway, back to the actual review. It's not only an engaging story, but it's also fluid and fun when it comes to the gameplay side of things. Because I hear a lot of other opinions about this game saying it's not exactly fun, that it's, you know, there's too many narrative set pieces when it should be full-on gameplay. And to me, it is. I think it's full-on gameplay throughout the majority of the game, honestly.
This tourist put up a hell of a fight. Took two of us to put him down.
Wait. How many?
Fucking A, man.
Look what what the fuck? Tourist! Over here! He's got a fucking gun!
Get ready! Fuck you!
You okay?
It's nothing.
Motherfucker! Come on, asshole!
Okay. Now what?
Get your ass up. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Oh, fuck. Let him go! You fucking drop him!
Shit.
Come here!
Shit.
I know that sound. I got you now, motherfucker!
Hey, asshole! Oh, man. Hey, good job with all the, you know, killing and stuff.
Come on.
Yeah, I hear him.
Alright, I got this.
Be careful.
Holy shit, Joel!
Keep it together.
Yeah, I highly disagree with that. This game is beyond fun. I love it. And I feel like these cinematic cutscene set pieces are like a bonus thing, and it just adds to the overall experience, and it just adds to the overall gameplay, which is a fluid gameplay in my opinion. The controls, everything is not so, nothing feels clunky in this game, and that's what I love the most about it. It really does hit me right there very well. I think it's a powerful game, and I love every moment of it. Especially at the beginning of this game, it definitely had me in tears when I first played it. It was an incredible experience, and I will never ever forget it. I actually played it recently just to get my mind fresh on the overall experience. I played it when it came out back in 2013, but playing this game now is just as effective as as if you were to play it when it first came out. It's that good, and it holds up extremely well today. And I was super pleased with it. I really don't have much else to say about this game beyond what I can expect from this game. Yeah, The Last of Us has an incredibly engaging narrative with phenomenal gameplay, fluid combat, so much fun, and I'm gonna give The Last of Us an A+. Totally deserves that grade. This is a masterpiece of a game, and if you have not played it, I recommend you do so. Yeah, this game is definitely up there with top 5 PlayStation 3 games of all time. This is definitely one of the best PlayStation 3 exclusives that eventually went to the PlayStation 4 with the remastered, with the 60 frames per second. Wow, it improves the experience entirely. Wow, I mean, playing that game in 30 frames was already fun enough, but playing it in 60 frames per second was just really, really enhanced the experience all around. It's phenomenal. What more can I say about this game that hasn't already been said? I sound like a broken record at this point. Yeah, there really isn't anything new that I can add that everyone else hasn't already said before. So there really isn't anything new. And it's also a phenomenal survival horror game. That's the thing that I forgot to mention right there. Like,
this game is one of the greatest survival horror games of all time, in fact. It's definitely up there with the Resident Evil franchise, the Silent Hill franchise. So let me know what you guys think of The Last of Us. So be sure to read all your comments. I would love to know what you guys think. I'm pretty sure it'll mostly be positive. Yeah, that'll be it, guys. So until next time, everybody, take it easy, guys, and take care of everybody.